Hi, it's Jennifer Mazzarolo, President of Maverick Consulting Group, and today is Tuesday, April 11th. Wanted to speak to you today in my Maverick moment about two things. One is interviewing skills. We're going to do a quick and dirty there. And also, I've had a lot of questions about how to work with recruiters. So, and that one can take hours. So we're gonna be really quick on these two today. In terms of interviewing skills, I think the biggest miss for most candidates is the fact that they don't articulate the why and the so what. They come into an interview, they're very tactical, they talk about the job and the job description, and they try to articulate their experience. But what you need to remember is that for the client to get a good sense of your experience, you need to be able to articulate the why and so what. Why was that skill important? And so what? What did you learn from it? What are you taking from that experience and bringing forward in this new role that you may get with that client? So things like process improvement, things like people leadership, things like efficiency. You want to make sure that you have detailed examples of where you have demonstrated those skills. And you want to be able to talk about the why and so what, so that you're making sense of it for the client. And you are basically making it impossible for them not to hire you. You've done all the hard work. You've connected the dots for them. So again, back to one of my previous Maverick moments, use that job description and the requirements section as a bit of low-hanging fruit, like a cheat sheet, because you know where they're going to go, you know what key competencies they're looking for. Make sure that you can articulate your experience and give them the why and the so what. Next question I had this week when I did a speaking engagement with Verity International, a lot of the clients around the table were candidates that are in transition, and they had a lot of great questions. Some of the questions were centered on how to deal with recruiters. So I found that interesting, and some of the questions centered around, if I know somebody at the client and I'm dealing with a recruiter on that search, is it okay for me to network through my own connections at that client if I really want to sort of get some informal referencing done or fact finding? Well, we talked about it, and I don't have an issue once you've been presented by the recruiter. Otherwise, it's considered a bit of an end run. If I've talked to you about an opportunity and you express an interest, I would expect that you allow me to control that process. And if you do know someone at the client, great, let me know. Be open and transparent. And let me know, and I can sort of add that to my commentary, that the fact that you know Joe Smith in their Treasury Department. Whatever the case may be, I think it comes back to having an open, honest, and genuine relationship with whoever you're working with if you're in search mode. I was a candidate at one point in my career several times. I was a hiring manager. And now I've been in recruiting for 11 years. So I do have some very good relationships with people, but I understand that at the root of those relationships is being open, transparent, and having honest communication. I know I've been told many times, sometimes I'm honest to a fault, and I can be direct and forthright with my feedback, but I'm coming from a good place, and I'm coming from a place where I'm trying to help people. And from where I come from, there's no point sugarcoating it. If someone needs the direct feedback, maybe they need the direct feedback. So I would say in terms of, using a recruiter and how to work best with recruiters, that's just one example of where I think open and transparent communication helps. You use a recruiter as your gatekeeper to the client, but they're also representing you, and you want to put your best foot forward. So I get it, everyone's trying to get a job, but I think there's ways to do it smart and ways that you can burn bridges, certainly burn bridges with people and, not be as effective as you could be. So I want to make sure that any questions you have, please do approach me or send me a message. and we can table some topics. I know I've been asked to speak about a few topics on my Maverick Moments coming up. So in the next few weeks, they're going to be really topics that you came to me wanting me to address and talk about. So I'm looking forward to that. Keep the comments coming, and certainly subscribe to the YouTube channel Maverick Consulting Group, and you will get these awesome weekly videos directly to your email. So thanks so much and have a great week.